Hello YouTube, this is man. Welcome to my channel, Joaman, Jack of all, master of none. Today I'm going to do something that I have not done on this channel ever, I don't think. I'm going to talk about a new movie. The new movie is Zack Snyder's new cut, Justice League. Yeah, I don't really talk about new movie like this because I'm afraid of spoiling it. I do talk about like Star Wars and its soundtrack. I guess I talked about Spider Verse, but that was still after about 3 4 years later. Uh, and I guess I do give some warnings, spoiler warning, but I don't pay attention to it much. Well, I'm gonna start with the spoiler warning on this movie because it's a very new movie. If you haven't watched it, leave this channel, go back, watch it, and come back next 4 hours because you're gonna watch it all the way through, right? And come back and listen to my top 5 favorite thing about the movie. And you could share your top 5 favorite things or least favorite things. Up to you. I love talking about movies, okay? So, yeah. I think this particular movie is very historical, and you'll see why I think that on my number one reason later in the video. Um, I'm a comic book geek. I used to collect a lot of comic books. I don't anymore. These are just special occasion thing. Uh, I love Superman. I'm a fan of Superman. When, since I was a little child, and when these comic book movies come to life, my 12-year-old boy in me just come right out of me. My brain goes haywire. Forget that I have any kind of a maturity, and just start enjoying this movie. And so yeah, I'm gonna see if my 12-year-old boy comes out or more mature me comes out. The next 5 discussion. So here it goes. I told you I was a Superman fan, right? I I just recently got these Superman comic books, action comic books. They have these. I think they came out in 2013. They were available at half price bookstore for half price of the cover price. I go and got them. They were in very good condition, and they have this cover called lenticular. It has a little 3D effect. I don't know if you can see it on there. I got a few of these and Wonder Woman, Superman, Wonder Woman combo. But yeah, this is how much I love Superman comic books because this something shiny shows up and I go, oh, I got the 12-year-old boy just grabs it and you can afford it, old man, just get it. So I got it. Anyway, back to the my top 5 reason why I like Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League. The Superman Lips was so disappointing. That was the first impression of that movie when Josh Whedon made that movie. Wow, that was a horrible CGI. Even I could do a better job of CGI than what Josh Whedon did with the Superman's beard, right? Huh? Something on my lips? Better now? Okay. That's good because I'm fully beer right now. This is all CGI stuff. This my lips is all CGI. See, I'm better than Josh Whedon. Seriously, that lips was so disappointing. Of course, Zack Snyder cut that out, and I just feel so good not seeing Superman degraded in that way. My Superman. So that was my top 5. Let's go to top 4. when you got Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Cyborg, Flash, and Batman all teamed up to beat up this villain. This villain has to be super duper dangerous, evil villain. In previous cut of this movie, he was just giant CGI character. That's it. To me, giant CGI character. A final boss you beat up on some game somewhere, video game. You know, I, in this movie, Steppenwolf has been upgraded to have a personality, to have a motivation. You even actually felt sorry for the guy when he was getting beat up by Wonder Woman and Superman. You actually feel sorry for the dude when he finally he finally is at the feet of Darkseid with his head cut off, looking up at Darkseid, hoping that he sees some sympathy from Darkseid. His head is cut off. He tried his best, but he got beat up by these super villains on Earth. I mean, superheroes on Earth, and his head cut off and ended up at Darkseid's feet. What does Darkseid do? Crunch. You really feel sorry for the dude. You feel great, at the same time you feel sorry for the dude. So, yeah, he had a better scene with the Wonder Woman. Not so much with the Superman, but yeah, I mean, he had a fantastic scene with the Amazonians at the beginning. Uh, he made good villain in this movie. So yeah, that's my fourth reason why I like this movie. And let's go to my third reason. I didn't collect Wonder Woman when I was a kid, but I did fall in love with the Wonder Woman character when I saw the movie, the first movie. Second one was horrible, horrible. First Wonder Woman movie was cool. I mean, I even bought her comic book because of that. I want to be able to draw something like this. I want to be able to draw a really great Wonder Woman. It, I just bought these for artwork. She even had a lenticular version too, so I got those too. You gotta be. Wonder Woman has to be barbaric and warrior-like. And that's why I like this particular movie because she was a little more violent. You know, it's comic book character, and she's supposed to be demigod. I mean, oh, I like that part too, where they tie her to this Greek mythology. I love Greek mythology. I like characters like Athena, goddess of war. That's what she reminds me of. Um, Athena was born from Zeus' head too, so and she's supposed to be daughter of Zeus. I like the Amazonian characters. I will when I talk about Wonder Woman, you notice I said Wonder Woman, MEN. Okay, I like all those characters. Uh, the Amazonian was the first group of people to lose the one of the three mother box that Steppenwolf, the villain, was seeking. Yeah, yeah, that was the first box that he got, and the sacrifice they made you think, oh, the danger of Steppenwolf. Danger of Steppenwolf getting these three boxes. If they didn't make that kind of sacrifice, I mean, they sort of hinted at that in the first movie, but in this one, they really show that these Amazonians were willing to give up all their lives to protect that box or destroy that box or keep that box from Steppenwolf. And they did a great convincing job of doing that. So that was great. Uh, the excellent scene by Wonder Woman when she was saving a whole bunch of schoolgirls from these terrorists. I mean, that was fantastic. I mean, much more violent. Uh, but too violent to be probably a kids movie, but it was awesome. It was awesome. So his Wonder Woman is just fantastic, and that's what made this movie. I mean, that's what made me like the movie so much because strong woman characters. Teen Titan was one of my favorite series when I was collecting comic books. But Cyborg was just coming into scene as I was stopped collecting comic books. So I barely knew Cyborg, but I really love the character in this movie. I really love how they flushed out his story with uh, his dad, their relationship, and I really love the sacrifice his father made for Cyborg. And they had a very what do you call it, unstable relationship, but that all settled with all these sacrifice and fatherly love, even though it was from the distance. I I just loved how they flushed that out. Of course, I love computer. I like seeing a computer character come to life. He's connected to internet. It's cool how he's all connected to internet and he can control everything, economy, warheads, nuclear warheads, whatever. I mean, it's cool how, I mean, he could be one of the very powerful people in this group of superheroes, and he turned out to be a really good superhero in this new movie. In previously, he was barely there. I mean, he was just ex jock. On this one, he's actually supposed to be smart. I didn't. Maybe they were showing that on the previous one, but I just realized this kid is really super smart. Uh, Not just because of just cyborg enhancement. Of course, that helped tremendously. But he was already a smart person to begin with, and he got the cyborg enhancement from the alien technology mother box, and he's the one who was come up with the idea of rejuvenating Superman, reincarnating the Superman with those mother boxes. So it's he's becoming a very cool character in this movie. Probably became one of my favorite characters in this movie because of the movie itself. I couldn't buy. I didn't see any cyborg character comic book in the half price bookstore, so I didn't get any. But I like to be able to draw cyborg as well. And there's a Superman cyborg I got, but yeah, maybe I'll do a smash down on all the characters. Like what's his name? One of my favorite artists does that. I forgot his name now. I forgot. Anyway, so yeah, Cyborg really made the movie to me because his story, uh, his story with his father. mm, Very it felt very human, even though he was most machine-like. So that's my second favorite. And let's go to my first favorite. Number one reason why I like this movie has nothing to do with the movie itself, but has everything to do with the movie making. Zack Snyder was given second chance by the studio to see through his vision of making basically two movies, but he had to settle for 4 hour, 1 4 hour movie, um, and and mostly because the fans from social media was pushing for it, that he got the chance. And the idea that if a movie was made, it didn't succeed, if some under someone else's vision, it gets recut and retold with a new vision, that it could be different and better. That's so cool. Actually, they don't even have to be better. if we take one original recording, someone edits it, make his version of it. Another person is allowed to do the same with the same original cuttings, uh, and they can represent. I mean, both of them could come out in different version. You know, I mean, that's come on, studio. That's a good way to make money, and you didn't have spent all that money from making new content up. You know, you already got the content that you could modify. I mean, you may have to add some few more CGIs and whatnot, but isn't that cool idea? Being able to do that, if also it allows you to recover if you weren't able to succeed the first time, try it again second time with a different director. I thought that was a very cool idea. Uh, I like to take a shot at it. If someone gives me a whole bunch of films, and let's say someone give me a whole bunch of films of Star Wars footages, I want to make my own little Star Wars version according to myself. That'd be so fun. But I'm just, I'm just fantasizing here. Anyway, that's a top reason why I enjoy this movie, because director was allowed to see his vision come through. Even though he's not one of my favorite director, I mean, but for as a visual thing, he's fantastic. So, and comic book movies a lot about is a visual. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I could talk about this movie for 4 hours. That's why I cut it to 5 topics of top five. So I could keep it to reasonable length. Anyway, I guess I better go. I hope somebody found this enjoyable, and I hope if somebody is willing to discuss this movie with me, just leave some comments down below. Maybe make your own video. That'd be cool. Your top five, or top least favorite part of the movie, whatever. Anyway, until next time, Namin out.